eat for the rest of that day. Incredible. Rabbi Yochanan says, as far as Ben Sorim Morning, from where do we know a prohibition, a lot about Ben Sorim Morning? The pasuk says lo soflu adam. Now what is it? If you look at Rashi, Ben Sorim Morning, that's Rashi, the second last line. To lo onash el inking hiske the hecham his. Since the don't eat the type of meal or don't eat the type of food that's going to be executed about. Remember again, steals money to purchase meat or to drink wine. Halach is executed. So okay. Fine. So the Gemara goes right there. The Gemara goes right there. Okay. Good. You're not really looking at any of these things because it's a generalized law. In general, you're only going to get malchus if what? If you take an oath by the name of the Avodah Zarah or you swear by the name of the Avodah Zarah. The Gemara says, why are you not? Why don't you get malchus for these other items? Because it is considered to be a generalized love. But these other lav, to which the Gemara says, you the holds that a lav that doesn't have a maisa, you still get malchus for it. The Torah says, do not leave over from the carbon until morning. The Gemara says, Torah comes to give a positive commandment after the law. So I say, on the days, if you just don't get malchus for this, Rabbi Yaakov says, Roman Hashem, so again, Rabbi Shimon says, no, it's not going to be sorry. Rabbi Yaakov says, it's not going to be it's love without an action, and any love without an action, you don't get malchus. You try, like you do seven like Rama, but it's very, you the whole, that you do get malchus for love to Mamaitis. Most of the fundamental malchus, do you get malchus for love to Mamaitis or not? Malchus, Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yaakov. Let's say, first of all, Mazrikov, we just finished that first comment on Yaakov Talo. And Talo, I think it deserves a Chaim, no? She's looking at Hashem. But I'll say to really, it's such an opportunity, not just like to learn undistracted, to lose ourselves undistracted. It's not the schedule. I mean, there is a schedule, but we're not going to stick to it. You know, and there's going to be so many different things that are happening over here. Just literally, again, to put the neshama in charge. The body's always in charge, your mind is always in charge, and the phone is always in charge, and the schedule is always in charge, and everything else is always in charge. And the neshama is never in charge. But for the next couple of days in Hashem, it is only the neshama that is in charge. And when the neshama is in charge, everything always finds a beautiful way to come together. And we'll say the Chaim Maslow on the first Amid should be something that's to name more moving over. To be to come Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Shakol Yeh Bidvaro. Okay, let's go back there. Says the Gemara, Hanodu B'Shmo, V'Makayim B'Shmo Harei Zevelo Sasai. All right, for those watching this shir tomorrow morning, this was not a morning shir. I want to be clear. Right, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, but okay, good. So your mother says as follows: Hanoda b'shmo v'makayim b'shmo. So you remember again. The person makes a nether. And have the Chaim's are up here if anybody wants to. This is not just my private stash over here. So the Gemara says as follows: the Gemara says the person makes a nether in the name of the Avodah Zarah, makes a shmua in the name of the Avodah Zarah. It's a lo sase. So the Gemara says, Hanoda b'shmo v'makayim b'shmo minalon. From where do you know the Sanyo? The shame of the machir lo taskiru. So what's actually very important. The Torah says you are not allowed to mention the name of another God. Can't mention it. The Sanyo, do not mention the name of another God. Listen to this. So a person shouldn't say like this. A person shouldn't say, I want to meet my friend. I shouldn't say, let's meet up by Avodah Zarah so-and-so. Right, let's meet by, the Avodah Zarah in the corner. Let's go ahead and let's meet up there. You shouldn't even use Avodah Zarah as a landmark. Don't even mention it. Lo yishma picha, that the name of Avodah Zarah should not even be heard on your mouth. How so? Shlo yadra b'shmo. I'm sorry. Shlo yadra b'shmo lo yikayim b'shmo. Lo yigro ma'achim she'adiru b'shmo ve'akim b'shmo. So again, you shouldn't make an oath with Avodah Zarah. You shouldn't make a vow with Avodah Zarah. And you shouldn't cause the name of Avodah Zarah to be mentioned by other people as well. What does this mean? It shouldn't be heard by your mouth. This is a prohibition. Mesis Rabbi says someone who encourages other people to worship Avodah Zarah, and Madiach is someone who gets the entire city, Ernidachas, to worship Avodah Zarah. The word is Mesis Magic Sid. And Mesis is explicit Tichsid Bay, the Ksib Bay, because Yishma Biro. Rather, again, the prohibition is Madiach, someone who tries to get an entire city to worship Avodah Zarah. Below Yigro Machirim. And you shouldn't cause other people to make an oath with Avodah Zarah or to make a vow with Avodah Zarah. But say that Avodah Shmo, don't Avodah Shmo. This is very interesting. Also, get ready for this. Also, the Adam Shiasa Shutfus Ima Ovid Kochavim. A person should not go into business with an Ovid Kochavim and Akum. Why not? Because we'll say, what's going to happen if you have a business dispute? What's going to happen? Your business, your Akum business partner is going to say, okay, you say you don't owe me any money. Swear by my idol that you don't owe me any money. And you're going to end up getting into a complicated situation because halacha l'maisa, again, now you have to go ahead and swear by his Avodah Zarah. Okay, so we'll say an interesting story over here. Ki asa ula bas kolbano, bas bekalambo. Ula went and he stayed in the city of Kalanbo. Okay. And as we're going to see, the name of the city was derived from the name of the Avodah Zarah. So what happened? So the words only Rabbi Bas Mar. So Rabbi said, Ula, where did you stay? So I stayed in Kalanbo. Ula, how can you even say the name? How can you say the name, right? You're not even allowed to mention the name of Avodah Zarah. So what's this interesting? So Ula answered, any Avodah Zarah whose name is mentioned in the Torah, you're allowed to say it. You're allowed to say it. So the Gemara says, 1 second, where's Kalan Bal mentioned? Kara Bal Keres, or Kara Bal Keres Nevo. So we'll say, okay, so interestingly enough, so it's a contraction. Kara Bal Keres Nevo, so Kalan Bal. So, but again, it's actually talking about two different Avodah Zarah. There's Baal, which is an Avodah Zarah, and Nevo, which is an Avodah Zarah. Now, literally translated, it means that Baal crouches and Nevo splashes. Now, we'll say both of these are referenced to diarrhea, right? So again, what this is, the pasuk is mocking Avodah Zarah, saying that the Avodah Zarah, right, is like can't control his bowels. The Gemara says, is that true? It's that if the Avodah Zarah is not mentioned in the Torah, you can't mention it. So the Gemara says, Maser Moshe, Shiarei Achos Meruba Kishalosh right Kishihi Kimigidyon L'Shilo Shem Shtei Tvilos and Shnei Svudios. Let's listen to this. Zav. It wouldn't be a Yachikal without a Zav. Right, again, so as I say now we've got, we don't say, right, you've got Zav. So as I say now what happens? Again, it's not a party without the Zav, right? I'm just saying. Hey, so nice again, so nice, what happens? So remember again, a guy becomes a Zav, right? A Zav Gadol, if he has 3 Re'iyos. What happens if he has 1 Re'iyah that lasts as long as 3 Re'iyos? Right, not a good day, right? But Lamaisa. So what happens now? How long is 3 Re'iyos? So the Gemara says, Kimigidyon L'Shilo. The amount of time it takes to go from Megidyon. Now Megidyon is an Avodah Zarah. The amount of time it takes to go from Megidyon to Shiloh, which is the amount of time Shein Shtei Tvilos V'Shnei Sipukim, which is enough time to immerse twice and dry off twice. So the Gemara says, Harei Zeh Zav Gomer. That's the Gemara. So what do you see from here? Chazal in their shir are mentioning Avodah Zarah. Ravina, Gad Nami Michtav Ksiv. No, this Avodah Zarah Megidyon, right, is also mentioned in the Torah in Tanakh. Ksiv Ha'orchim Lagad Shulchan. Okay, so remember that. Kolitzin Yusa Sira. This is great. Very important Gemara. Kolitzin Yusa Sira. Chutz Militzenusa Da'avodas Kochavim B'Sharia. Now let's say, Litzenus is aser. Litzenus is aser. Now what does it mean Litzenus? What does it mean Litzenus? It just means What's the English word for leitzanos? Foolhardery, right? Levity. It's not levity, but it's not. Leitzanos is just, it's just like a foolishness, like a foolish mockingbird, right? That just like a frivolous foolishness mockingbird, right? So essentially what leitzanos is really is, leitzanos is the ability to take anything that is serious and make it not serious. Now that is a very serious thing, or that's a very significant transgression, and a significant flaw. Why? Because, of course, look, let's say, is there a room in life for joking around? Of course. And is there room even for levity or for a little lightheadedness? Of course. But there also have to be things in life that are serious. And if a person, so a let is someone who could take anything that is serious and meaningful and important and totally just like make it into foolishness. So that's a problem. That's a problem, because a person like that then doesn't have a respect for certain things. The Gemara says you can't do any leitzanos except for Avodah Zarah. You want to make fun of Avodah Zarah, you can do whatever you want. The Sid, the Gemara calls this pasuk Kara Bal Keres Nevo. Karasu Karu Yakdom Lo Yakdu Mileit Masok. Sid Dibur LaAzalos Face Amen. Yagulu Shachni Shomro. Ki Aval Alav Imo Ukamarat Alav Yagilu Al Kavodo. Ki Galo Nimeni. Al Tikri Kvodo Ela Kvedo. As the Gemara just brings this Rai over here that you find many psukim by Avodah Zarah that seem to make like loose vowel references by Avodah Zarah. So why is that? Because you can have leitzanos by Avodah Zarah. All right, I'm Rabbi Yitzchak, my Dixiv, the Ata Yosifo Lachto, the Yasu Lahem, Masecha Mikaspam, Kisvunasam Atzavim. So I'll say, my Kisvunasam Atzavim. What does that mean? That literally again, I will say, so literally again, Kisvunasam means in their form, Atzavim are idols. Melamed, I will say, listen to this. Melamed Shakol Echad, Ve'echad Asad, V'Mustiyah, so Umanichu B'Kisam. So let's say, just to appreciate how much people love the Avodah Zarah. Now, what would you do? Every person who worshipped idolatry, he would make a little idol. You know, he'd make like a little pestle. Right? He'd make a little pestle, make a little idol. Because again, you don't want to have just like, the one on the front door, like that's like a big zach. You want to have something that you could take with you. And they made a little idol, and they would keep it inside of their pocket. And what happened? Then every once in a while they take it out. They would hug it. And they would kiss it. I would say, like the Mishnah of it says, right? Who was wise? One who was able to learn from every individual. I will say there's something to be learned even from all the Avodah Zarah. Even from Ovdei Avodah Zarah, that you see how much an Ovdei Avodah Zarah loves his Avodah Zarah. We have to love HaKadosh Baruch Hu at least as much, if not more. So to take out, right? They take out their idol, and they hug it and they kiss it. That's the most, this up very quickly. I actually don't know that, but we'll do it. Said, what time are you leaving? Now, okay, excellent. All right, good. We're almost there. So the Gemara says again, that's how much they would love, right? Yakei Kala is Lamala Min Asman. First, is today President's Day? So there's no traffic. We're fine. Good. We're going to do tomorrow. What? No traffic. This is your first time. So Gemara says, so we'll say, the Gemara says like this, Mikey says, something good. So Gemara says, about Mishash Zokra, we told him, very good. So Gemara says, my Zokre Adam Agalim Yishkut. What does it mean when it says literally again? Those Zokre Adam Agalim, those who literally again, now it seems we'll see how to read this pasuk, but Zokre Adam, men who serve or men who offer up the Agalim, right, the calves, kiss them. What does this mean? This is very interesting.
Right, you ready, kid? You ready, B?
Listen to this.
What song is it?
The people, the
Really?
Avodah clergy were very smart. I want to say, right? Yeah. Everybody has to fundraise. Right? It doesn't matter what denomination of clergy you are. Everybody has to fundraise. So the Avodah clergy, they had this great idea. Look what they did. Notice the name about it. So they would go ahead and they identify who the Gvir is. Who's the Gvir? Who are the rich guys, right, in the community? Listen to this.
Eighth grade.
They would starve the calves. They wouldn't feed the calves. But also the most atzavim, so what would happen? Then they would make a picture of the gvira, and they would put it by the trough that the cat, right? So they would give the calves a little bit to eat, and when the calves have a little bit to eat, they would come to the trough, and in the trough, what would the calves see? A picture of the gvira. So they associated the picture of the gvira.
Keep that left out.
Okay, and then what would happen? The clergy, like the Avodah Zarah, would then let the calves loose. So what happened? That when the calves were set free, who would they run to? Who would they run to? They run to the Gvira, to the rich guys. All, and then what happened? Like the priests of the Avodah Zarah would take to the Gvira, and all Avodas called Chavim Chatzbe, by the way, the calf to the Avodah Zarah. So what would the priest say? They would say, "Oh, you see, the Avodah Zarah loves you. The Avodah Zarah loves you. Look, he's coming up to you. He's nestling, snuggling. Okay, nestling, good. Right, nuzzling, right?
Young.
Either.
Nestling
Nestling and nuzzling, right, next to you. So you see, Mamish, the Avodah Zarah loves you. Avodah Zarah loves you, right? Yovel v'yizbach atzimovo. And when the Avodah Zarah loves you so much, there's only one thing you should do, which is offer yourself up to the Avodah Zarah. Now, of course, what happens after the
Hey, everybody, do you know who I am? I don't give a fuck. You're gonna hear it again. Chilling space. You ready, B? Oh, dog. Easy.
Started investing, thinking that we were going to see something happen immediately. And I think what's happening now
You ready,
is
B?
we're seeing a lot of what I consider to be a correction. Whereas people are kind of saying, you know what? Yes, Trump is crypto friendly. Yes, he's going to make positive change for crypto, but it's not going to happen as soon as we thought. And I think people just kind of reel themselves back into reality.
You ready, B?
And I think that's kind of what's going on now. I also do think that crypto is kind of paying the price, unfortunately, because of all the publicity and all the talk that's going on right now about the Epstein files as well, because cryptocurrency is being talked about a lot with that. So I think there's a couple things going on with that, but I do think once we see 2026 hit and, you know, the financial market starts kind of balancing out a little bit, I think we will go back to seeing, you know, the market looking like we did maybe about 8 months ago. Whether or not we're going to see that all-time high.
This bitch had horse-like calves, like calves on calves, like thighs on calves. Really? Yeah, she was retarded.
But I do think within a
Really?
couple of years we are going to see, you know, that go on in full
Yep.
force. People want that quick return, don't they? Exactly. But I'll be honest,
Damn, who's this
I've made
bitch?
more money in crypto since I convinced myself to stop looking for that quick, large return. I finally talked myself into being happy taking a 25 to 50% return and trying to do a couple of those a week instead of holding out for that 100 or 1000x. And
I gave it 2x stock, girl.
seeing out of binding bags, but I'm finally seeing profits. Whereas before, I kept holding out for that, you know, that big, you know, profit which I wasn't seeing. So I think, you know,
I'm about to blow your fucking minds, kids.
Amen to that. 100%.
Oh, we've got Rabbi in the house. Biggest pimp of all time. The biggest pimp of all time. Rabbi Rothschild. No, it's gotta be better than that. The biggest pimp of all time. Rabbi Rothschild singing good.
Trump did. I heard a lot, I think, and terrorists texts always come back to their home country. So it doesn't only hurt Europe, it hurts the US as well. And then the debt the US is in, and with all the government bonds, you know, the government bonds that countries have, and when they start selling, because they don't know what Trump is. One day he says this, the other day he says the opposite. I'm not politically bullied. I'm just, you know, letting you know what Europe thinks about it. You don't know what to think about it.
Chi-Boy, that's my man. I was just thinking about you.
So people are not sure what to believe in. You know, and if the government is not trustworthy in no matter what kind of way, and then people start getting out and sell.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real life Truman Show, a real life Big Brother. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase content is king, and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's number one resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which is making me a very influential person. I'm going viral, and when I do, I want to make you, your friends, your family all financially independent if you're not already. I want you to be able to have generational wealth if you don't already, and I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer you're ever going to meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream nor two. I'm live on over 20 simultaneous YouTube streams. 24 hours a day, you can watch my life in 360 degrees. I even have a ceiling camera. If you want to see these views, feel free to look at my profile. There's a link there to my YouTubes. Additionally, in my pinned post, you'll find links to my YouTube and my link tree. I dare you to look at my link tree. Nobody dares you to look at their link tree, but I do because I have more social media than any person ever. I have more content than any person ever. You can also find a link to my Discord, which is discord.me/rabbi. We just surpassed 2,500 members and we're continuing to grow. In addition to making you all rich and helping to bring about world peace, I want to help end world hunger through the use of technology, such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydroponics, vertical farming, cloud seeding. I want to help end world thirst. I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency. The ticker is Bitcoin on Ethereum. It's known as Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. It's a mouthful. What we do is we build wells and water towers in developing nations such as Nigeria for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the Life Straw program and most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump Earth's seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you're a Web3 marketer, if you're a reply guy, if you are a shiller or a raider, and you want a free mentor, coach, and friend, feel free to send me a DM. I will be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. Send me a follow. I will follow you back. I want to see you have more success in whatever it is that you do. But most importantly, I want you to know that I am here to support you all both personally and professionally. I am here to be a positive person in your life. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the world. And most of all, I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely want to tell you how much I appreciate the opportunity to share.
Hey, Rabbi, just one quick question there. On this YouTube live stream, is it the same location on 20 different cameras? Is that the way it is?
Usually, yeah, but I mean, I've live streamed as far north as Santa Barbara, as far south as San Diego, as far west as the Pacific Ocean, as far east as the desert and mountains, everywhere from Beverly Hills to Los Angeles to Disneyland. So I've really live streamed IRL in every major location in Southern California.
Nice. And how much would you charge to wear one of them? Are you showing yourself or just the location?
I am showing myself, so you basically can follow along with my life 24 hours a day.
All right, so how much would you charge if I send you a T-shirt or a poster for your back wall or something like that? Have you done anything like that before?
Oh, absolutely. I am already sponsored with merch by cryptocurrency. I've been wearing their merch for 2 years, and they've got me locked up. But potentially in the future, I'll do it for free.
Absolutely, man. I love stuff like that. You guys, these are the kind of opportunities that might come along and you just don't see it, right there in front of you until you notice it. Claudia, you got a question there? You got your hand up?
Yeah, sorry, I don't want to, I just kind of hopped up as a speaker and I just like learning about everyone's projects, what they got going on, if that's okay. Did I ask questions?
Go ahead, you can be one of the speakers up there asking questions.
Rabbi, I was just curious, what inspired you to start this journey and put your whole life on the internet, man?
This is a great question. I buy trade in addition to a rabbi, I'm a certified project management professional. I've launched apps on the App Store and Google Play, and also had major contracts with Fortune 100 companies. And under contract with one of those companies, I was working remote during the pandemic. And when previously I would go into work every day like a normal business person, my life really transitioned to being on camera for anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day. So my life was already starting to get about half on camera anyway, at least during the business week. And I was becoming more and more comfortable on camera when previously I may not have been as comfortable. And really, after work, because a lot of the entertainment options and stuff balls at Tiger Woods' golf course in Anaheim, and I would want to improve my swing, so I would video my swing and upload that data after work to my Google Drive. And the reason why I did so, I thought, I may one day, God willing, have a family and wife and children, and they might think it's interesting what their dear old dad was doing before he met their mother and had children and such. And after a few weeks of doing that, it was taking me a long time to upload all the data. So I thought, you know what, maybe I should just live stream it. It's going to save me a lot more time. It's going to be more efficient. And I bit the bullet. And in October of 2021, I started my first YouTube account that was publicly accessible. And when you start to essentially live stream, you'll find that you run into many different technical issues. And I wanted to make sure not to lose any of the footage. And I thought, you know what, I'm already streaming. I'm already on camera for so much of the day. Why don't I just do the rest of my life? It's not that big of a deal. Everybody sleeps. Everybody gets ready for bed. I'm not doing anything that a normal person isn't doing. So I bought another 10 Chromebooks and laptops and such, put them all around me. And then I bought another 30, 23 or so handheld devices to be able to multi stream on different platforms. And as they say, the rest is history. I've been doing it for 4 years since then, and I would like to do it for the rest of my life.
Well, we love it. We love it, man. If you guys don't know,
I'll
just
be there in a second.
just keep the man a follow. Somebody bored in the middle of the night, watch him snore away or something like that, and it can be fun, you guys. It's a reality show, and it's making. I bet you can clip certain parts and actually make it into a reality show. Really funny.
Yeah, it sounds really awesome. Sorry, I was doing something because I was gonna just recommend something to Rabbi. I've consulted for over 350 crypto projects to date over the years, and I'm just coming back to the scene, kind of seeing where things are at, seeing where I fit in. But I was curious to Rabbi, how come you don't have that check mark on me?
Oh, I have in the past. I was an early adopter of Twitter Blue before Elon Musk even took over. It was $1 a month, and I had the check mark. I had tens of thousands of followers. And one day I awoke that said your account is suspended. I'm still to this day not sure why. Um, it could be because I followed people back too much, or whatever they may have considered my behavior to be inauthentic. Your guess is as good as mine. I went through the proper channels of requesting to Twitter support reason, and have never been able to really contact a human there. And you get frustrated because you put a lot of work into your Twitter account, and one day it can be gone. So since that happened, I haven't had as much of a Twitter influence as I previously had, but it is a great platform. And I thought recently, okay, I'll take an old account perhaps and start it back up and do my best to keep getting out the word. So I have had the premium and Twitter Blue and Blue check mark in the past. I've had tens of thousands of followers, but what happened to me may one day happen to you. So always be ready for it.
It has, brother. It has. That's why I asked. It has. I had my check mark that was legit before Elon took over, and now it's gone, and I gotta pay for it. So I mean, I feel like a lot of people online, especially when it comes to investment, they kind of, it's more of a judgment call. You know, seeing that check mark makes them feel a bit more comfortable throwing money at you. So that was my only recommendation to you, is that, you know, if you're running things on this account, it might help you, you know, rake in a couple extra veggies.
Oh, I appreciate the advice. I don't want anybody's money though, so please, that's not my purpose. Fortunately, due to my success in app development on the App Store, Google Play, I have some financial independence. So I don't want your money, but I do understand, especially when you're running a crypto project, that blue check mark helps to verify some legitimacy. But in my case, I just really use my account to be able to get the word out about what I do. I really promote people to come to my Discord if you want to connect with me 24 hours a day. I have 2,500 people in there who can all vouch for my realness and that I'm the real deal. And then, additionally, on some of the other platforms, I have much larger networks. On Twitch, I have over 50,000 followers. On Instagram, I've got tens of thousands of followers, and same with TikTok. So unfortunately, Twitter made the decision that they did, and while I'm not quite a celebrity yet, maybe someday I will be able to get those original accounts back. But until then, you'll have to follow me without my blue check mark. But perhaps that won't be forever.
Man, you're killing it. Just want to say I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, and it makes you happy. I think we can't ask for much more in this life than to be happy doing what we're doing. So I'm really glad.
Thank you so much for your kind words, and thank you to everyone for the opportunity to be able to share that with you. I will step down to a listener and let other people come up. If you ever want to connect with me, feel free to send me a follow, send me a DM, join my Discord. I'd love to continue the conversation. Thank you again.
Thank you, Rabbi. Have a great day, man. With you, I will step down to a listener and let other people come on. If you ever want to connect with me, feel free to send me a follow, send me a DM, join my Discord. I'd love to continue the conversation. Thank you again. Thank you, Rabbi. Have a great day, man.
What a nice group of people. Thank you.
He was with a blue check mark years back, and when he said that, actually, on that, yeah, it's a significant account. But new guy, he's not one of those guys out there in space, helping people out. So that's why I always said to you guys, give him a follow if you would, if you want to try to make a little extra cash in the space. If you don't know how to come up and pitch your song, he'll teach you all that stuff.
That's right.
I'm just going to list up here from Interlink. When you got Interlink in the house, maybe shoot Interlink a little bit. And also, I got Shaw Phoenix down at Shaw. If you want to come up here and chill, an NFT project coming up pretty soon on the 22nd. You're welcome to grab the mic. But Rudy, the mic is yours. Interlink is waiting. Frank said that he's got to see what kind of a show he did for your Christmas bonus.
Hey YOLO, are you cool if I stay up as a speaker and just ask questions?
Absolutely, man. I love it. Okay. I love it. More if you actually gave me a follow back. Other than that, it's cool.
Okay, so I with the Twitter stuff too. So I dropped 10,000 followers in 22 days, and they banned me from following people back. So no problem. And I swear I've actually screenshotted the chat. Everyone who's been a speaker, I will get you. Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Don't worry about it. Rudy got dropped down, and she will go back up here. Bring Rudy back up. Hopefully she didn't lose her photo spot. Give her stuff. I just want to thank you, Joe. I want to thank you for doing big man. One time you could have put that on. So, when it's great, now what the
just trying for some days. I don't know what you should be able to do that movement. But actually, people that it so I think my point now is 17,000 plus. Okay, it's something. I mean, the 20 so it's like what's the point? It's succession. And I should be like maybe like top 20 something. So guys, from what you should know, like there's like people waiting for me and they will accept that person. So would you believe that back like the first thing guys like top 7 like 7 position. So literally please feel now. You see, if for no reach that place, they will not give you a location. Let's say you're in 23 now. Let's say you're in 20 and you have something like 5,000, like 5,000 points. If they are come now, I say I'm listening 3 hours and I go to 1.9 and they will bring you down, but like you come down now, you start stuff like that. So, I mean, that's it's that's it. So, if you don't expose them, but you know that you get like you to do the jackpot. I really like list of this book. Another place I think I'm going to like close like myself that's it's not about to something just try that's it. Thank you very much. I do it. Okay. Yes, it depends. Like when people are, and it also depends on like this thing you get. If you are getting, you can't spend like 3 times you should get some slice or like points. So I know because I've seen people that they have just spend that they can get just like they can get just like 250, 300, like that. That's it. Thank you very much.
So for those students joining us and they are interested, you can check it out. This post is being done before. So you can the last post of this it's a Rabbi recently.
Absolutely. Do you mind if I share my project with you all? Excellent. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real life Big Brother. This is a real life Truman Show. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase content is king, and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's number one resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than anyone ever, which is making me a very influential person. I'm going viral, and when I do, I want to make sure that you all have the opportunity at financial independence. I want you, friends and family, also to have the opportunity at generational wealth, and I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer you're ever going to meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream nor two. I'm live 24 hours a day simultaneously on over 20 YouTube streams. You can find those streams in my profile. Additionally, in my pinned post, there's a link to them. You're also going to find a link to my link tree. I dare you to look at my link tree. Nobody dares you to look at their link tree, but I do because I have more social media than any person ever. I have more content than any person ever. You'll also find a link to my Discord, which is discord.me/rabbi. You can connect with me there. I have over 2,500 people in the Discord, and we are looking to grow. In addition to making you all rich and helping to bring about world peace, I want you to know that I want to end world hunger through the use of technology such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydroponics, vertical farming, cloud seeding. I want to help end world thirst. I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency that's worth about $100 million. And one of the things that we do is we build wells and water towers in developing nations such as Nigeria for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the lifestyle program and most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump earth seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you're a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you are a shiller, you're a raider, please connect with me. Send me a DM, send me a follow. I'll follow you back. I'll reply to your DM. I want to be your mentor, coach, and friend, all for free. I'll never charge you for anything. And the strategies that we're going to use are all free. We're going to make sure that you are able to make more business for yourself and also become more successful. Most of all, though, I want you all to know that I am here to support you, both personally and professionally. I'm here to be a positive person in your world. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future. And most of all, I want you to know that I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely want to thank you for the opportunity to share.
Yeah, actually, what Rabbi said, we actually said the truth because I really got from the street I went on this always on like on live streams and stuff. Yeah, it's always beautiful. So if you're in the mystery, you just have to like push it to just go. It's always on live stream. Find out if you check this one is actually on live stream. So it's space with this right now. So you guys do what's like to see which tunes are before you do what's like connect to team and those like some of the so Rabbi, charity, man, charity.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Madara. Shout out to you as well. And to anyone else out there, if you want the same type of friendship that Madara and I have built, that Chi Boy down there and I have built, and many other people in the community, feel free to join my Discord. Send me a DM, send me a follow. I'll be happy to help you.
That's nice to have you. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. Maybe propose, I guess. I guess.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Uh, yes, we can hear you. Clever B, I may be having trouble hearing you. Is there anyone who else heard the question? They can repeat it. Yes, I can hear you. Excellent question, Clever B. I appreciate that. Well, I am an expert in my field. I'm a certified project management professional. So that's the highest rank that you can get within project management. I have launched apps on the App Store and Google Play successfully, millions of downloads on both. Additionally, I've been able to secure six-figure contracts with major Fortune 100 companies. So I have a proven track record of success. Additionally, I'm a rabbi, which is Hebrew for teacher. I have a teaching background. I'm an educator. If you are any role in Web3, I can help you. So that means a marketer, that means a reply guy, that means a dev, that means a graphic designer, that means a shiller, a rater, whatever you want to be. And here's why. I teach you how to market yourself. So if you don't mind, I'll just give you a quick breakdown on the plan that I utilize with all these people. And there are people in this Discord right now, or in this X space call right now, who have utilized what I have advised, and they're making more connections. So the first thing that we want you to have is a link tree, LINKTREE. If you don't know what that is, it's one link that has all your social media on it. And it's basically your modern day business card. In the past, people would have business cards with their telephone number and their address. This is the business card of the modern age. Then what I have you do is I make sure that you link your social media to it. And the social media that you don't have on the popular websites such as YouTube, Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, Imager, Pinterest, and all of the others, there are about 30 of them, I have you make those. It takes people 1 or 2 days to create them all. And yeah, it's a little bit of work that you create your social media, but this is your network. This is how you're going to get jobs. This strategy works threefold. The first way is it gives people 30 more ways to be able to contact you. Instead of finding you on Twitter, which is a pretty big social media website, but it's not the biggest in the world. It's not the number one website in the world, Google, or the number two website in the world, YouTube, or the number three website, Facebook. It's still a big one, but I want you to be able to get jobs in more ways. So the first thing it's going to do, it's going to open up the communication channels on 30 different platforms. The second thing it's going to do is going to allow you to post and promote yourself on 30 different channels and your customers on 30 different channels. The third thing it's going to do is it's going to make it much more difficult for people to be able to impersonate you. You work hard for your name, and you don't want somebody getting your name on TikTok and saying, oh yeah, I'm XYZ, let's do business, and they're ruining your reputation. So beat them to the punch. Get the social media now. It's all free. Everything that I tell you is free. No, I'm never going to ask you for money. I don't want your money, and I don't want to give you a strategy that's going to cost you anything. So once you get your link tree on 30 different social media platforms, now you're a social media marketer, and you can use that as a graphic designer, you can use that as a dev, you can use that as a shiller, a rater, a reply guy, whatever it is. Now, I want to analogize this. Whatever it is your goal is, whether it's being a graphic designer or a marketer, whatever, it's all about getting more customers. And that's basically like digging for gold. And right now, you're all generally just digging for gold with one shovel, which is Twitter. Maybe it's 2 shovels, you have Twitter and Telegram, or 3 shovels, Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. But I want to give you 30 shovels, 30 different tools to be able to promote yourself, and it's all free. So once you create those, then we go through and we put content on those social media platforms so that you just don't have skeleton accounts. When your clients look at your social media from your link tree, you have quality content there. And you may say, Rabbi, okay, well, what can I do? There are video creators now using Grok and Sora 2, which is taking over the United States and will soon take over the world, which is a chat GPT a sister app that create excellent quality video for you to be able to promote yourself, to be able to say, "Hi, I'm XYZ, and I'm in Web3, and I do graphic design, and I do rating, and I do shilling, and I want to work with you." And you don't have to be on camera. An AI model will do this for you, and it will tell your clients exactly what you're doing. And additionally, this is going to help you to establish yourself as a with some legitimacy. When a client looks at your social media, it will look impressive. We're then going to optimize your profile and optimize your profile picture to make sure that they're attractive, that they're conveying to your customers who you are and what you want to be. Then what I teach people to do, we focus on Twitter because that's where you're comfortable. I teach people how to make memes. If you don't already know how to make memes, there are meme generators out there. We use the templates. But what I do and what I advise is that you market yourself with the meme. So in the corner, you put a link to your link tree so that people know who's the creative force behind this meme and they're able to reach out to you. I also teach people how to clip their spaces so that they go into a space like this. Somebody shares some alpha, they tag the host, the co host, they might put some hashtags, and then you're on the radar of these major influencers and they say, "Wow, XYZ is doing a really great job of listening and clipping the spaces. I want to let them up next time because I want to hear what they have to say. They're intelligent." Then what I teach you to do is to network, to join the different communities that are available to you on X, on Discord, on Telegram, and others, so that people start to know you across different platforms. And then what we do is we work on your pitch, your elevator pitch. We get you a 30-second elevator pitch, a 60-second elevator pitch, and a 3-minute elevator pitch. Too often I hear people come into a X space and they say GM to the host, GM to the co-host, GM to the speakers, GM to the audience. I hope you are all doing well today. How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, I don't really know what to say. I'm just saying to you that I'm in Web3. I'm a rater. I'm a shiller. I'm a reply guy. And I need a job. Send me a DM. I need a job. And that's cool. At least you're trying. And I'm not going to criticize you for trying, but what you can do is really bring energy and bring emotion and make people excited about what you do. And with all this social media backing and all this knowledge, you're going to be able to. You're going to be able to go to a space like this and say, "GM, everyone, I'm XYZ, and I am the best marketer in Web3. And here's why. I have over 30 different social media platforms on which to promote your project. That means you're going to get 30 times more DMs, 30 times more people buying your coin, 30 times more people buying your NFT. You are going to get more business. I'm going to be able to get more business for you. You're going to show up number one in Google. You're going to show up number one in YouTube. You're going to show up number one in Twitch and in TikTok and in Reddit and all of the other social media. When you work with me, I'm your one-stop shop at being the best marketer that you need. You're never going to need another marketer. You should know my DMs are open and I look forward to working with you. That's basically the strategy that I use for people, and it works every single time. So I hope that answers your question, Clever Bee. It was an excellent question, and I know I went in depth on what the strategy is, but if anybody's interested in that strategy, send me a DM. I'll send you the list of social media that you need to get to start, and then from there, you're going to be an amazing marketer. So thank you for the opportunity. Zerionics, I'll be there in a second. I'll be there in just a second, Zerionics. Thank you for your patience. You're most certainly welcome. Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. It's great to meet today, and it gives like as you with your reaction and improvements and all that. So you're bringing to us like some level of advancements that haven't been seen at the time like recently. So it's been wonderful. Definitely opportunity after the space and we can talk a bit. So I think you have a lot of time to learn from because we're always open to learning and we'll appreciate being added at the time to talk about you. So thank you so much, Rabbi. And what do I get more? Alright, sorry guys, I was saying I just want to thank Rabbi for coming to the space and stuff. See guys, these guys not really timid type that you I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. It's not really timid to you just have to like just trust the one. Just trust the one creative. It's not it's not really timid guy. Like it's like you get like I don't know if you get that like the little time was meant to be like you had to not be good and I was able to want that this man why is a real G guys see shirts there's nobody to how to say anything in this one to take like it's just it's actually putting them to work guys so that's it
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your kind words, Madara. You're absolutely right. I don't want any money. I want you guys to keep your money. I want you to be able to grow and make more money. Um, I love the community. I love the energy that I get from many of the people who I meet. And uh, I have my own project that I do, but I want to help you with your project. And one of the aspects about being an educator is having the heart of a teacher. If you ever had teachers in school, it takes a really special person to be able to give them to themselves and to be able to share knowledge. And that's all we're doing. It's just sharing knowledge. And I'm just teaching you what I've learned, and I learned from you all as well. We are colleagues in our journey to become successful individuals. Thank you again for your kind words.
alright, thank you so much for that very much. Thank you so much. I mean you people thank you so much for okay,
Zara Brionics, I haven't forgotten about you. Just one moment. They're being really nice to me. Oh, most certainly. I followed you back. Yeah, feel free to send me a DM if anything. Come to my Discord after this space or whenever it's convenient to you, and I'll walk you through it. Everything that I say makes sense. It's common sense. Wow, why wouldn't I want the biggest network that I could get? It's free, and that means I'm going to get organic growth. Random people are going to follow me and comment on my content. Why wouldn't I do that? It's common sense, but as they say, common sense isn't so common anymore. But everything that I teach you is free. I don't want and I don't want you to be charged anything. And I know what it's like to basically have limited means in some aspects of your life, and you don't have extra money to be paying for premium and somebody's class or anything like that. Absolutely not. We're going to make sure everything is 100% free and that you get more business. And there are other channels in addition to Twitter that you can use, and I'm going to help you use those. And a lot of people, if I may say, they may say like, well, I don't have time to check for 30 different social media platforms, and neither do I. So what you do is you have all the notifications come into your email. That's why the first thing that I tell you to create is a Gmail account for your business, so that all you have to do is just check your email and everything comes into there. And then it doesn't, all these apps don't take up a lot of space on your phone. I know what you're going through, and I've helped people do this before. So don't think you're the first people. I can just tell you, in the last 2 weeks I've been doing this recently, and I've gotten about 1,000 followers on it. And of those 1,000, we have about 50 people who have been interested in what I've had to say, and they're creating their link trees and they're making videos and tagging them, and they have more confidence in what they do. And I want to give you the same kind of confidence. So thank you for the opportunity to be here, everybody. I have some people who I have kept waiting in my Discord, so I'm going to drop down now. But if you need me, feel free to drop me a DM. I'll send you the list of social media that you need. Come to my Discord. I'll send it to you there as well. Thank you. All right, Zeranius. How are you, man? Can you hear me?
GM King, yes, I can hear you.
Excellent, my friend. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, so where do we stand?
I can know what you're doing.
Excellent. Where do we stand? How can I help you?
Okay, so yesterday you talked about creating a link tree. So I've done that, and I just want you to maybe check through my Twitter handle and see how good it is. Maybe there's any change I need to make also.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to. So you want me to go to your Twitter? Where do you want me to go?
I'll send you a DM.
Perfect. That's what I
I'll
want to
send
do.
you a DM on your Twitter. You can check it out. Then I want to enhance my art design skills. So I don't know if you can coach me through that.
100%. That's what I'm here to do. I'll help you in anything you need. So, yeah, send me your DM, and I will review it right now, and then we'll work on your design skills.
Okay, okay. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, my friend. 1,000 followers, everybody. We did it. Now it's gonna get banned. 1,000 followers in 2 weeks. No, about that. That's an accomplishment, folks. You don't need to download the apps, period. Just create the account in a browser, period. I have helped many people just like you, and I know that you can create all of these for free, period. There he is. All right, Zeronius. Can you hear me, big dog?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Excellent.
So
Yeah. So
I'll create tonight. I'll create all the accounts you just said I should create. So I'll do all that tonight, and tomorrow I'll get back to you on that.
absolutely.
So about
Let's
the graphic.
yeah. Let's talk about that. Okay. So you have an advantage that you wouldn't have had maybe 5 years ago, which is AI. AI can do really good graphic design for you. If you don't know how to do that, um, an app that can do that for you is Sora, but also Grok can do this. So one of the apps that I tell you to download is Grok, and you can just say to Grok, please create an image for a profile picture for me with a picture of a dog, a bear, or whatever. And if it doesn't do what you want, you just have it do it again, and you just keep having it do it until you have it create what you want. Now, another app that you can download, or also I sent you a link to the website, is called Canva, Canva. This is a free website that allows you to do some really in depth graphic design online. And if you're like, I don't know anything about graphic design, I don't know how to do it, just go to YouTube and watch some tutorials. It won't take you long, just a Canva tutorial. And it'll teach you how to create an account. Just they're all free. Well, the ones that I want you to get are free. And then what you can do is if you want to create a banner, like for your background, or like in here, you can, you have a picture of a frog, which is fine. That's one of the default pictures. But you're going to want to create your brand, whatever you want it to be. Now, this is what you're talking about, at least to some extent, is a little more advanced. I usually help people with this after they create their social media platforms, but that's absolutely okay. Um, in my opinion, the best way to have a profile picture, I'm going to send you a version of one, and you don't have to do this, but I'm just telling you what works. And in my opinion, um, you can put whatever kind of picture you want in the middle, but I just sent you Zarion, can you look at the link I just sent you?
Okay, I'll check it out now.
Okay, okay, you can do both at the same time. Just open up Twitter and look at your DMs, and you can stay in this call.
Yeah, I saw it just now. I've seen it.
Excellent.
So that's nice.
It is nice, and here's why it's a good strategy. You want to tell a story with whatever picture you have, whatever art you have. You want to make an impression on someone, and if you just have a picture and it's just a picture, that's cool. But I don't know what that is. Is that an NFT? Is that something you drew? What is it? If you put your name at the top, it says, this is who I am. And if you put your link tree at the bottom, it says, where can you get more from me? And it's just a little addition that I advise people to do when they are creating their profile pictures, because then when people are bored in a space like we all are, and we're clicking on people's profile pictures to see, people will click on yours and say, oh, this is Durago, and I can get all their social media at this link, and they're showing me a picture. It does three things for you. And I think those are really valuable in social media marketing. And then wherever you have this picture, anywhere on the internet, it's going to tell people where you find your social media. And in your social media, you're going to have places where you can make money. That's what you want to do, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
That's what I want to do.
Exactly. Okay. But I don't want you to worry right now about the graphic design element. You can do that in 2 days or so when all your link trees done. Then I'll help you with that. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna put whatever picture you want in the middle, whatever you want. I don't care what it is. And then around the top, we're gonna put your name or whatever you go by, and then around the bottom, we're gonna put your link tree. Does that make sense, Zeronix?
Yes, yes, yes. Makes sense a lot. So
Excellent.
I'll do the social media creating tonight. Then tomorrow I'll get back to you.
Absolutely. You know, I'm here to help you. And if you have questions, let me know. And let's say you run into an issue where the social media is saying you have to pay for something. That's not true. Everything that I tell you is free. And so keep looking around for the free version. And if you can't find it, that's fine. Come back to me and we'll find it together. But I don't put any social media on there that's going to cost you anything. So it's all free. Everything that I tell you is free. So I don't want you to pay for anything. I'm just making you aware of that now. Okay?
Man, really appreciate it. You're the
Absolutely.
dog here. Yeah. Shout out to you. I love what you're doing.
Excellent.
So
Thank you.
I,
Thank you. I love doing it. So you know what to do. You create your link tree, all that other social media, and just quickly, I know that you're going to say it goes through everybody. Why am I creating all these accounts? You have to understand. Once you create all these accounts, you're going to be everywhere on the internet. If I type your name, Zeronix, right now in Google, nothing shows up. But in 2 weeks, once all of the social media has time to populate, you'll show up in the top 10 of Google. It'll be all your accounts. That's what you want. You want to be able to tell people about who you are. You want these search engines to know who you are so that people can connect with you. Does that make sense?
yes, yes, makes sense a lot.
Excellent. Okay, so you know what to do. Create those accounts. Oh, and so what this does, it's threefold. One is it is going to allow you to get more business on different platforms. People will be able to reach out to you. Two, it allows you to post your content and your customers' content in more places. And three, it makes it more difficult to impersonate you. And I don't want people to be able to impersonate you. You don't want to get popular on a certain website and then somebody's like, you know what? I'm going to take that person's name and I'm going to start going around saying that's who I am and beat them to the punch. So you just want to get yourself established. And once those accounts are created, you never have to create them again. I'm never going to say to you, hey, you need to create all these other accounts. No, that you're established then. Unless you have another project or something you want to do, just for yourself as a marketer, you're done. So don't think that you have to do this ever again. So it's a little bit of sacrifice, but Zeronica says you and I both know it's better than being a farmer. It's better than being a in construction. All you're doing is using your thumbs and your mind, and it's much less work than actually doing hard physical labor, right?
That's true. That's true.
Exactly. Okay, I'm here if you need me, and best wishes to you. And connect with me if you have any questions. Okay.
Okay, catch you later, man.
Excellent.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Zeronix. Yo, Rias left. Okay. How you doing, Chi boy, my man? Hey, I just wanted to say that when I was going through the shilling spaces, yours stood out to me. I saw you used our name. That's wonderful. And just know I have a couple other spaces I have to join. When once I'm done with them, I'll do my best to come back and join you. But I want you to know how proud I am of you. You're doing it, my man. You're staying consistent. You're keeping up the grind, and you know I'm always here for you. Okay, Chi boy.
Exactly, bro, exactly. I see your photos basis, like speaking. And I don't know if it's because I was giving my like 3 times, it just keep dropping me down. I want to give my exes up to this, I'm off to meet them as well. And I was giving like 3 times, it just keep dropping me down, bringing me down to business. And I'm like, what's going on? So just take that exam, bro. Exam, bro, got the, you know what I did? I took my day off X. I just went to sleep. That's why I could stand up, man. I just take my time not to talk. Okay, so everything is my other question for you. What's inspired you name? That's the secure. I love that. What inspired you name? And the PFP. Shout out to you. So now, Rabbi, ROTHSCHILD. Okay, you can speak up the mic.
Thank you so much, Balls. Do you mind if I share my project with everyone?
Of course. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real life Truman Show, a real life Big Brother. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase content is king, and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's number one resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which is making me a very influential person. It is making me go viral. And when I do, I want to make sure that you, your friends, your family are all made financially independent. I want you to be able to have generational wealth. And I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer you're ever going to meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream, nor two YouTube streams. I'm live 24 hours a day on over 20 YouTube streams simultaneously. You can watch my life in 360 degrees. I even have a ceiling camera. If you want to take a look at my YouTube streams, they are in my profile. They're also in my pinned post. Feel free to take a look at that link. Additionally, I have a link to my link tree there. I dare you to look at my link tree. Nobody dares you to look at their link tree, but I do because I have more social media than any person ever. I have more content than any person ever. Additionally, you're going to find a link to my Discord. It's discord.me/rabbi. We have over 2,500 people there. I'm live in there 24 hours a day for whatever it is you may need. In addition to making you rich and helping to bring about world peace, I want you to know that I help end world hunger through the use of technology such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydroponics, vertical farming, cloud seeding. I want to help end world thirst. I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency that's worth about $100 million, and one of the things that we do is we build wells and water towers in developing nations such as Nigeria for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the Life Straw program and, most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump Earth's seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you are a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you are a shiller or a raider, and you want a mentor, a coach, a teacher, a friend, all for free, send me a DM, send me a follow. I'll follow you back. I'll reply to your DM. I want to help you become more successful. And I have a proven track record of success in my own professional life, and I want to help you to have the same. More than anything, I want you to know that I'm here to support you all, both personally and professionally. I'm here to be a positive influence in your life. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future. And most importantly, I want you to know that I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to share.
That's why someday actually became, I think that was teacher, right?
That's exactly right. Great job, boss.
So my mentor told me something, told me that can invest in the future, like it's gonna be very, very, very rich. Like the alpha is the future, like you can invest in something that's the future that's going to wealth. And I can say, we've seen people now, we're seeing like 10, 20 years from now, and we're bringing it together, and that's what's going to be your project. But I do have something. What inspired you to go out and want to change the life of others and to go out and want to spread positivity?
Great question, balls. I am a teacher at heart. I have a teaching background. I'm a rabbi. Additionally, I'm a certified project management professional, which is the highest rank of project manager that you can be. I have a lot of knowledge. I've launched apps successfully on the App Store and Google Play with millions of downloads and in major markets in the world, including Los Angeles. I have a lot of marketing experience. I've been in commercials, I've written commercials, I've written copy, I've written jingles, I've designed billboards and digital advertising, certainly social media advertising. I've run major marketing projects for people. And then additionally, I've had major six-figure contracts with Fortune 100 companies that have allowed me some financial independence. And it's about time that I share the wealth and share the knowledge with people. I see people a lot of times who have the intentions to be successful, but they're not doing it correctly, or there are just a few tweaks here and there that they could make to be much more successful. They may have the passion, they may have the energy, but they don't have the knowledge. And it's unfair for me to be able to not teach people how to be more successful if I have that knowledge and they don't. So it's inherent in my spirit, in my soul. I like to have people around me who are more educated. When I go into these spaces, I want people to know what they're saying. I want people to know how to pitch. I want people who are confident in their skills. And too often, I just hear people who have the same kind of shill, and I want to make them better. I hope that answers your question, Balls.
Yeah, absolutely. That was is about, and I also want to mentorship. Like I said, you can reach out to me. Okay. Rabbi, what's something?
Absolutely. Do you mind if I drop some alpha on the room? Just how people can improve themselves all for free?
Yes, Mike. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to make sure that you're all in a good position to start what I'm going to tell you to do. So, firstly, if you have a seed phrase in cryptocurrency, make sure that it is written down and in a safe place and it's not stored electronically. That's the first thing. The second thing, you never want to share that seed phrase with anything. The third thing I want to make sure you all are doing is being careful on what links that people are sending you, especially if you don't know them, especially if you don't trust them. Be careful. If you ever have a question about a link, you can use free link checkers from Google that will tell you if it is a malicious link or not. And I also want to make sure everybody here backs up their phone regularly. You all depend on your phones to make money to be able to communicate with the world. And unfortunately, if you drop your phone on the ground or somebody steals your phone on the bus or something happens, you're going to lose access to a lot of your data. So that's what I like to make sure just as a foundational alpha. Now, how are we going to make you more money for free? First and foremost, if you don't have a link tree, you need one. If you don't know what Linktree is, it's linktree.com. They also have an app. It's basically a 21st century business card. In the past, business people would give out business cards, I know I certainly have, that have your name on it and your address and what you do. Well, in the 21st century, especially in 2025, you want to have a link tree so that you can show people all of your social media and people have access to all your creativity and all your accounts, and they have one place to be able to connect with you. If you don't have a link tree, you should create one. It's free, and everything that I tell you is free. This whole strategy is free. Everything's free. If it's free, it's for me. I don't want you ever to pay anything for the knowledge that I give you, and also I don't want you to pay for any of these strategies. Okay, so you create your link tree. You got that done. Great. Now what? There are about 30 or so social media platforms out there that you should have if you do not. Now you're going to say, Rabbi, 30? That's a lot. All I use is Twitter and Telegram and maybe a couple others. Okay, that's fine. And if you want to be like every other social media marketer out there, then that's what you do. But if you want to be a powerhouse social media marketer like we have in the United States and other places of the world, you need to establish yourself online. You need to be everywhere. This has a threefold strategy for you. The first is it gives you 30 times more places to be able to get jobs. And that's what you want. You want places where people will reach out to you and say, hey, XYZ, you're really great. I want you to do this project for me and I'm going to pay you money. That's what you want. You don't want people to have to hunt and peck and find where you are. You want to be where your customers are. And if you say, well, how big are these platforms? Facebook has 1 billion people on. These are the kind of places where your customers are and you want to be able to reach them. So what I advise is you get the major social media platforms that are out there that are free. So that's a YouTube account, that's a TikTok account, that's an Instagram account, that's a Facebook account, that's a LinkedIn account, that's a Reddit account, that's an Imager account, that's a Pinterest account. I'll give you a list of these. If you send me a DM, I'll send it to you immediately, and you'll have the list of the 30 that you need. Okay, what else does this allow you? Well, it allows you to post in more places. So instead of you promoting your client just on your little Twitter account, you're going to have 30 different places to post. You don't have to post on all of them, but you can. You have a much bigger audience, much bigger network, because you will randomly, and that's what you want. Additionally, if anything ever happens to your Twitter account, you need to have backups of these networks. Any of your accounts, you need to have backups. And then also, it's going to make it more difficult for someone to impersonate you. If you get popular on Twitter, you bet your bottom dollar that somebody's going to steal your name on YouTube or on TikTok or on Reddit or on Pinterest or any of the other platforms that are out there. So beat them to the punch and get your social media created. I'm not saying you have to create this once a day, once a week, once a year. You have to do this one time of your life. Once you get that done, you never have to do it again. But A lot of people say, "Well, I have to create 30 different social media accounts." Absolutely. That doesn't mean you have to download all 30 apps, though. You create them in a browser with Chrome or Safari or Firefox or whatever you want, and then you link them to your link tree. And what you do is within each of the platforms, you have them send your notifications to your email. So all you have to do is check your Gmail and Twitter, basically, and you're going to have all the information that you need. You're already checking Twitter regularly, so it's just going to, all of these different social media platforms are going to send messages to your Gmail, and you can see so and so followed you, so and so sent you a message, and you check your message whenever you get that information. This is known as push information. Basically, the information is being pushed to you as opposed to pull information where you have to go out and check each one manually. I don't want you to have to do that, and you shouldn't have to. All right, so let's say you get your link tree created and you get your 30 different accounts and you link them there. Well, that's more than half the battle, just being established there. You should know that these are very powerful tools. Imagine we are in Web3 and it is like digging for gold, as an analogy. Right now, you're digging for gold with one shovel, which is Twitter. Maybe two shovels, Twitter and Telegram. Maybe three shovels, Twitter, Telegram, Discord. Okay, that's fine. I want you to be able to dig with 30 different shovels, or at least have the option. So you should be able to use TikTok and Instagram and Threads and Blue Sky and Imager and Pinterest and all of the others if you need. Not every single time you have to use them, but you should have the opportunity. So once you are established with these accounts, then what do we teach you? I teach you how to optimize them. So we make sure that you have a really good profile picture, and it's standardized throughout all of your social media handles. That means when somebody Googles you, which is the number one way how someone finds out information about anything, you're going to show up not one time. If you're fortunate, you're going to take up the whole page. You're going to be all 10 results. You might be the first 30 results, but nobody looks past the first page. You're going to be all over the internet. When you do a Google image search, it's going to be your content. It's going to show people that you're everywhere. Then what I'm going to teach you to do, and it's all free, we're going to do AI video creation services. So Grok does this. Sora 2 does this, which is a ChatGPT sister app. It is amazing what you can do with just a prompt and maybe 5 minutes to allow the video to generate. It will change your life of how these pictures come to life or how these videos come to life, and they are going to promote you everywhere. You're going to get an AI model of yourself if you want. You certainly don't have to use your face. You can stay as anonymous as you want, but it's going to say, hey, I'm XYZ, and I'm the best Web3 marketer on the internet, and here's why. I am going to make sure that your project shows up number one in Google and number one in YouTube and number one in Twitch. Send me a DM. I'd love to work with you. Just a short little 10-second video like that is going to show up on YouTube, and it's going to show up on Rumble, and it's going to show up on Instagram, and it's going to show up on TikTok whenever anybody searches you, and it's going to go organically in the algorithm, and people are just going to randomly see it and comment and like it and similar. So we're going to take about 10 videos that we're going to create like that. We're going to put them on all your social media. Then what we're going to do is we're going to focus on Twitter, because that's really where you can make some money. Now, before we go into Twitter, there's another website that you should know of that's known as Fiverr, Fiverr. If you've never used it, that's fine. But once you get your social media accounts created, I want you to create a Fiverr. Why? Because believe it or not, I have paid for people's services in Nigeria before, my own money, and the way that I did it was through Fiverr. And so I know from personal experience as an American, I have reached out to people in Nigeria for their assistance, and I did it through Fiverr. And there's a much higher opportunity that you're going to get business through there for your skills when it's an established platform as opposed to DMs. But you're going to get business through your DMs as well. So then what do? I teach you how to make memes. If you don't know how to make memes, that's fine. If you do, that's great too. But I bet you're not marketing yourself with the memes. So in the corner of the meme, I teach you to put your link tree in there or your handle so someone knows who's the creative force behind these memes. Then what I teach you to do is to clip spaces. When people have alpha in a space or there's a funny moment in a space, you tag the host, you tag the co-host. That's going to put you on their radar. That's going to bring you into their network. They're going to bring you up to talk more often because they know who you are. They know that you're smart. They know that you're listening. You're going to hashtag it and you're going to post it. Then what we're going to do is we are going to teach you how to join communities, not just on Twitter, but certainly on Telegram, Discord, and even Facebook. There are a lot of Web3 communities where you should be involved so that people are just going to randomly click on your profile. And that's better opportunity for you to get DMs. Then I'm going to teach you how to show. You're going to have a 30-second elevator pitch, a 60-second elevator pitch, and a 3-minute elevator pitch. So that when you come into someone's space, you don't say GM to the host, GM to the co-host, GM to the speakers, GM to the audience. I don't really know what to say. I'm a reply guy. I'm in Web3. I need a job. If you have a job, please send me a DM. I would love to get a job from you. Look, I'm not hating on you for that. Too many people do that, though. What you want to be able to do is come in with confidence and say, GM to everyone. My name is XYZ, and I am the best Web3 marketer in the industry. And here's why. I have the power of 30 different social media platforms on which I am going to promote you. That means you are going to get 30 times more customers, 30 times more people buying your cryptocurrency, 30 times more people buying your NFT, 30 times people sending you DMs and getting impressions from your profile. That means more money in your pocket. You're also, when you work with me, you're going to show up number one in Google, number one in YouTube, number one in Twitch, number one on Rumble, number one in Pinterest, number one on every single platform available because of the power of my social media platforms. If I post your content, it's going to be everywhere. You have to understand that I am different than any of my competitors. My competitors are just going to like your content, they're going to post GM, and they are going to repost it, and they're going to come to you with open hands saying, all right, it's time to pay me. I am absolutely different than that. I'm going to make sure you have quality comments. Of course, I'm going to like your post. Of course, I'm going to repost it. But then I'm going to take your content and I'm going to put it across all of my different platforms to make sure that you get more business. If this sounds attractive to you, my DMs are open. I'd love to start working with you today. That's what you want to be able to say to your customers. That's what you want to be able to say in these Twitter spaces. And that's what I teach you to do, all for free. If you're interested, send me a DM, send me a follow. I'll send you the list of the top 30 social media that I advise that you have. And then join my Discord. I'm always open to answering any questions you have. I'm live in my Discord 24 hours. So you have a real human who will answer any questions that you want. And this is a winning strategy for you to make more money. So with that, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share.
Yes, really lot. And I hope you guys are noting this thing down. Rabbi is really close, man. It's coming out for step to right. What he said, well, there's some of us that do so many things. Having time to share their platforms quite well. So we need to give it a try. Maybe I'll reach out to you as well. I'll reach out to you. So you're guided, man. If you have any question for me, do not to request for advice. Don't be shy. Show you up and speak. Conscious about all. Do you have a question for me, sometimes?
Go ahead. You're really hard to hear. Can you come closer to the microphone? Let me make sure I have your question correct. You have a dev. What can you do to get that dev noticed more? Is that correct? Absolutely. Well, the first question you do is the first question that I ask everybody. Do you have a link tree? Does your dev have a link tree? If they don't, well, they need one. They need to be able to have different platforms on which to promote themselves. And they do the same thing that I just said that you should do is create all the different social media platforms and they market themselves as a dev. The second that they do that, they're going to get 30 times more interaction in their life and whatever they do and whatever their skill set is. So that means when somebody Googles dev Web3, there's a much better chance that they're going to show up as a search result because of the social media that they've created. If they have the skill set as a developer and they are not marketing it, well, they aren't going to get much business. But if they are marketing it, they're going to be one of the most popular devs in Web3. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, I appreciate you. You well.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Anybody else have questions? I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
You guys have any questions? To answer this, and answer your question. Okay. So we are coming over. I do have another question.
Absolutely, go ahead, Balls.
So, with the creating of the social media platform, let's say I I have Facebook and Instagram. Do you think Instagram is quite the case for showcasing my work, or just a place where people go to showcase lifestyles and lives?
This is a great question. It's both. So you should have a personal Instagram for yourself where you can show your friends and you're on vacation and whatever else you want to have. And then you have a business Instagram, which is a separate account. So that if you have an NFT project, you can post the pictures of the NFT project there. Or you can upload those videos that I talked about that are going to market you. Instagram's a very strong website, and you have to understand things in terms of Google and what's called search engine optimization and search engine marketing. You may have a really great website out there, but if Google doesn't think that it's a trusted site, it won't rank it very highly in its list. But it knows that Instagram is a very trusted site, and so it will automatically ensure that Instagram shows up very high. So I think it's important to have both. And what you don't want to do is mix them. Your customers don't want to see you on vacation. They don't care about your family, frankly. They care about the work that you're doing and how you're going to be able to promote them. And so you want to promote them with your business account, not your personal account. Does that answer your question, Balls?
Yes, that's the most important question. So thank you so much for coming here to produce it out there. And guys, to want to follow Rabbi, as you know, he knows what he's saying and knows what he's doing. So, and feel free to slide in his DMs, because he said mentorship and he's going to put you through to be a strong expertise. And I'm good at marketing and I'm good at speaking. It's check him out. It's going to put you through. That being said, thank you so much for having joined us in our work. And let me reach out to you. That's how far that we can. So, anyways, as we came from music, as this is shared out to you guys. And now, mental very, I think we have a discussion here for what they pronounce your name right.
You're good. You can just call me fairies. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. Yeah, yeah, let me go inside really quick. I'm just sitting in my car. Let me go inside.
Alright, so maybe it's understanding. So,
And also, like, Rabbi, like, I really liked everything you said. Like, you could, it also let you, like, I want to keep listening. I bet you have some interesting stories and stuff.
Thank you for your kind words, Fentanyl Fairy. Uh, to be honest, I have some people in my Discord who have been waiting patiently for me, so I will address them. I don't want to keep them waiting anymore, but certainly I will not be a stranger. And thank you for your kind words, Fentanyl Fairy. Best wishes with your project. If you need any help, I'm here to help you. And Balls, you're a very intelligent individual. You're an excellent host. Thank you for the opportunity to share. And again, if anybody wants to reach out to me, send me a DM. I'll send you that list of social media. We'll get you started. And if more than anything, I'm a rabbi as well. I'm here to help you personally. If you ever are struggling, you need to talk to someone, come to my Discord. I'd love to help you. Thank you for the opportunity.
to others,
to another continuous travel. For like 10 years, right? Whatever. It lasts way longer.
Exactly, for like 10 freaking years. Like, that's insane. So now tell me, Bonnie, when was the last time you went to China?
Wait a minute, are you Chinese or what are you?
I'm Nigerian American, but I used to work with friends in Nigeria that are from China. So.
Oh wow! So last time I went to Utah is last month, and to all the listeners,
It just doesn't. It's not. Maybe
Yo, what up, big dog? How are you?
How you doing, man? You still remember me?
No. Let me see your name. No, remind me.
Damn, bro.
Dog, I got 2,500 people in here. That's a lot of people to know. What's up?
How you doing, man? I'm very disappointed, man. How you don't remember people? Do you remember someone from Africa?
Dog, you know how many people in Africa I've had come in here in the last week? Like 100.
100? Whoa.
Yeah.
Tunisia.
Oh, stop. I know exactly who you are. I talk about you all the time.
Are you sure?
Oh, 100%. I tell people your story, man. That you were in Tunisia. We talked about water desalinization. I didn't hear from you for a year, and now you work in security in California.
Yeah.
How are you? How are things?
Wonderful, man. Everything is wonderful.
Excellent. It's been rainy recently, but still not too bad, right?
Yeah, bro. You know, it's kind of tough in San Francisco, you know.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell me that's where you were before. Okay, very well. Okay, so I thought you were in Southern California. Okay, but you're safe. Everything's okay.
I used to be in South California, San Diego. Then I moved to San Francisco.
Okay, are you still working security?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. I talk about you.
Plaza.
I talk about you all the time. I lived in San Francisco for a little bit. It was too cold for me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So don't think I forgot about you. I have literally had like 100 people from Africa come in here in the last week. So I'm getting popular in some areas of Africa. But yeah, you're a special person, and I talk about you a lot.
Bro, man, someone right on so much, man.
Let me
That's the best thing of it.
let me say.
Listen, Rabbi, it's been a long time since I did not see you, bro. I don't even see you on Kick, man. I don't know where you went, bro.
Oh yeah, they banned me from Kick a long time ago. But I am live on YouTube all the time, man, and I'm live in here.
Okay.
And you should know. Let me say how I talk about you. I get people from all over the world who are like, Rabbi, how do I come to the United States? And I'm like, well, there's this guy I met who is from Tunisia, and we started talking about water desalination, and he had the same dream that you did, and he saved up his money, and he traveled to the Americas and walked his way up, and now he's working as a security guard in California. And people are like, "No way, I can do that." In fact, one guy from Iraq was so inspired by your story, he changed his whole career, and he's got thousands of dollars saved up now to be able to travel to the United States. So, um, you should know that you're inspiring not just to me, but to many other people as well.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. But look, man, you should not encourage other people to do it legally because you know right now at Trump time it's kind of tough.
Hold on. I tell them to do this as legally as they can. If they come from Iraq or some other countries, they can seek asylum.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they get asylum easy, man.
Exactly.
Because, their country is at war.
Exactly.
But I have seen videos. I have seen videos of people from Sudan, from Somalia, and they got refused. They seek asylum and they get refused, even though their country is at war, civil war.
Absolutely. No, I get that. I mean, look, I don't want anybody to do anything illegal, but uh, there's the opportunity. Like, look, the guy who I was talking to, like, they killed his family. Like when they kill your family, of any person who should be able to seek asylum, it's you.
Yeah.
So, I while I am not an immigration attorney, and I advise people to go the proper channels, there are a lot of people, as you know, who just get over the border and maybe they seek asylum, maybe they don't. Whatever they want to do, they're starting a new life. And as I say to them, what's the what's it's not like if they catch you they're going to beat you to death. They'll just send you back to where you were. That's the worst that's going to happen to you, generally. I mean, like,
And they get a plan you, they get a plan you from America for 5 years, 10 years. Depends on how many times, how many days or months you stayed in America legally.
right, okay, so what? So then you just wait 5 years, save up your money, and go do it again. I mean, if you really want it, you and I both know it. If you really want it,
Yeah.
you can do it. And then you meet somebody, you have children, you can then go through, proper. That's even better.
I think the best thing, because I applied for visa before and I did not get it. I think that helped me, because I have a proof that I tried to come legally and they denied me.
Exactly. There you go. But yeah, okay. So when you were like, "I'm from Africa, dog," you're gonna have to help me with that. But there's only one Tunisian in my life, and it's you.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Your English is so good.
No, bro. Look, man, I have an accent, bro.
Wait,
like,
wait,
sometimes I have my accent.
wait.
It's very funny. I know, bro.
Everybody has an accent, but you are just extremely fluent. So you're thriving.
No,
You're thriving. So how has the Bay Area been to you? Okay,
Bay Area, Oakland's kind of dangerous.
dude,
There's
kind
some
of
areas
dangerous.
that are kind of dangerous.
Oakland's very dangerous. Yeah, definitely. You be careful,
But there's money, so much money there.
dude. In the Bay Area, it's filled with money.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity, money. I just like it, man. I'm grateful.
100%. There's a huge amount of very wealthy people and a lot of homeless and poor people, and it's hard to be in the middle.
Yeah.
But are you happy that you made the travels that you have and you're no longer in Tunisia?
Yes, I'm happy, but I don't know, bro. I always feel like something is missing. I don't know, but I'm happy. I'm grateful.
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. I mean, especially in the Bay Area, you're not dealing with temperatures in the 120s like you might be in Tunisia. And uh, there are beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful people, fun places, fun things to do. And I don't know. I mean, I'm partial to Southern California, so we'll always welcome you back.
yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Rabbi, bro, you're so positive, man.
I have
I
to
don't know
be.
what's medically.
I
I've
have.
never seen someone as positive as you are, man.
I have to be. I motivate people every single day to improve their lives, and I've been doing so a lot more recently in these Twitter spaces. I go in there, and especially people from Nigeria, they're there and they don't really know how to market themselves. And I give them a pep talk and teach them how to be able to pitch themselves to potential clients, and we're just getting a lot of people in. We just surpassed 2,500 people in the Discord, which for a single individual is a huge amount of people in their Discord. Usually, to have 2,500 people, it's a project or it's a giant community, but I'm just a single person. To get 2,500 people in here, I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Word dog. But don't.
We have Brandon here.
Yeah.
Oh, you know Brad?
Who's Brad? I know Brandon.
Okay. Maybe I'm mistaken him for another person.
Yeah, I don't know Brad, but I know Brandon.
He works for the American military.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but
Great guy.
okay, very well. All right, so have you met any girls yet?
No, man, I came here for money, but I'm not there.
I know, but there's some pretty girls, aren't there?
Yeah, there is pretty girls everywhere, you know.
That's true. That's true. But it's very diverse. There are all kinds of pretty girls in the Bay Area.
Yes.
But San Diego, man, I bet there's some bombshells.
Yeah. Everywhere, man. Everywhere you go, you see beautiful women.
Well, not everywhere in the United States. You're in the areas where we keep our prettiest people.
Or here.
Oh, yeah. You go to
When I would immigrate south.
There's some pretty people there, too. I mean, but not nearly as many. You find one girl in the South to every 1 in 100 girls in the South are pretty and like really pretty, and like 40 in California. It's like 40 times as many hot chicks. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna do bad. So they can just follow
Look, man, you take care, bro.
you too, baby. You take care.
I am very
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Good. Don't be a stranger.
And I'll leave 6 people. I'll bring up. No, I don't want to like cause issues with my app. I don't want to run. I feel like we're in a good. The vibe. I feel the vibes, guys, and I love it. Let's start off with Rabbi. What's up, Rabbi? What's going on?
Every day's a holiday. Every meal's a feast. Penn Island. Do you mind if I share my project with the room?
We're not really doing shields right now, but 40 seconds on the clock. Go.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I am here to help you in all of your social media needs. I want to make you a better marketer. I want to make you have more successful Web3 projects. I have a proven track record of success. If you want to connect with me, please feel free to send me a DM, send me a follow. I will offer you all of the mentorship, the coaching, and friendship that you need, all for free. My strategy is completely free. We have people from all over the world who are joining my Discord. We have over 2,500 people there. Please join it if you have the opportunity. Discord.me/Rabbi. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share Penn Island.
Rabbi, stay with me. Well, first of all, I need confirmation because I've been saying this all night, and if I'm offending you guys. If it's my first time meeting somebody, it's shalom, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, second question. When is Hanukkah?
Hanukkah usually is in December. On the Hebrew calendar, it's the 25th of Kislev, and this year it's in mid-December.
Because I want to get in touch with someone that's Jewish so I can coordinate also another pop-up. So here's the thing. You guys are my core followers, so that's the only reason why I'm doxing all this information. Rabbi, I would love to kind of like connect with you to understand the Jewish calendar and also figure out a good time where I can get everyone's attention so I can do maybe, what is it, how many candles, Rabbi, how many candles?
It's 8. So Hanukkah, believe it or not, is not one of our major holidays. Everybody thinks that it is. So our major holidays generally are in the fall. So we've passed those, but that's good for you because that means that people have access to their devices and the internet and all of those things. So Yeah, you certainly can connect with me if you want some advice on when to host spaces or anything else that you need.
Yeah, because I'm interested in doing something cheesy, like what I'm doing for Christmas. I'm trying to do 25 people, $10 each, to kind of give all glory to God. And I'm wondering if I should do $10 each, maybe because it's a smaller group of amount, maybe I increase it to 15, and all are welcome, right? By the way, all are welcome. And so I'm increasing 15, not exclusively for Hanukkah, but 15 because I know it's a smaller network that's outside of my network, and I want to do maybe 15 to get everybody in on it. What do you think about that, Rabbi?
Absolutely. So, to give you an idea on the date, Hanukkah this year will begin sundown on Sunday, December 14th, and it will end nightfall on Monday, December 22nd. So, it's right before some other popular holidays in the world and a great lead up for maybe any other events that you may have.
You see, that's the thing about growing up Jewish, right? I've always been so jealous of my Jewish classmates because, like, the actors, the comedy, the stuff that, like, we all enjoy, like, miss Rick Moranis, like, I miss all the Canadian actors, the golden era of American television and movies. But it was like the talent and the magic was all from our brothers and sisters up north, Canadian, but then also Jewish, and then the Jewish life, like I see you guys doing bar mitzvahs and like you guys. So what I'm trying to say is, not only do you guys have these life cycles unlocked where it continues to cultivate life, maintain birth rates, if anything, positive trajectory on birth rates, continue to build community. I see what the Hasidics are doing in New York and stuff like that, places in Boston where they are very protective of their own people and stuff like that. And I just see how you guys are taking money so seriously because to you guys, life is a game, but you guys are now having so much fun all year long that it's now become not just a game. Like, you guys have to actually study, right? Right? Like, give me hundreds, Rabbi. If I'm just talking shit, or if I'm saying some truth right here, that you guys actually have to study like the holidays and the meanings, the interpretations, and stuff like that. And I forgot, I follow a YouTube channel called Living L'Chaim, right? And this guy always ends with this final note. He says, money is not a joke, especially to the Jewish community, because we have constant holidays that we have to be mindful of, and parties and gifts, setting up food and catering. Like he says, where do you think all that comes from? You know what I mean? And some of these people are so smart that they work 9 to 5, but then after that they go to their community church to do church fund planning and stuff like that. I'm sorry, synagogue planning, if I have that correct. And bravo, guys, bravo. Rabbi, am I talking shit or what? Like,
No, absolutely. Being Jewish is very fun. We have a lot of events. We have a holiday every week known as Shabbat, if you're not familiar. Uh, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a lot of sacrifice, and certainly there's a lot of charity, and there is a lot of study, and there are some aspects of it that are more positive than others. But all in all, it's a beautiful way of life. Not all Jews choose to celebrate within communities, though I certainly endorse that we do. But know that much of the holidays and the parties and the bar mitzvahs and such that you're seeing are more of our public events. So not everything is certainly always fun, but the majority of it is a wonderful time. And there's a lot of fasting, which isn't always fun. There's a lot of sacrifices that we make during certain periods of the year, which aren't talked about so much, but those that are really fun are just beautiful gifts that we feel Hashem, God, has given to us and that we are able to share.
you know what? I think some people are actually kind of curious. So let's talk. So one of the one of the sacrifices that you guys have to do is there's this one day or one part during the year where you absolutely cannot go outside for I think like a week. And so you guys have been so resourceful that you guys have come up with like ways to kind of like honor the covenant between you and the Lord, your God, and still like figure out a way to be productive. Because I think if I am correct, 1 week is a long time to not do your work. I think that's the whole point is to not work, right?
Yeah, so there are two periods that you may be referencing, but we can go outside. But perhaps we limit some aspects of work. These are known as Kol HaMoed. There's one during Pesach, Passover, and then there is another one during Sukkot, which is in the fall. So Passover's in the spring, and then we have in the fall. Certainly, though, you generally will not find Orthodox Jews going outside on other certain holidays that we have, like Yom Kippur. Generally, we are in synagogue. We are fasting. That's both a it's a 25-hour food fast. It's also a 25-hour water fast. During the periods that I referenced, Kol Hamoed, we do our best to avoid doing business that could perhaps be avoided during those times. And then certainly we don't transact business um, if we are observant, as we call it, during Shabbat and also during the holidays. So, for instance, during Pesach in the spring, the first 2 days of Pesach we would not conduct business, and the last 2 days of Pesach we would not conduct business. That's at least the diaspora. That's outside of Israel. In Israel, there are some different rules, and that will save you from all the explanation. But just know that if you're outside of Israel, generally um, a Torah observant person would not conduct business on the first 2 days of the holiday, nor the final 2 days of the holiday of Pesach. And the same is true for Sukkot in the fall. So we wouldn't conduct business on the first 2 days of Sukkot in the fall, or the last 2 days, which are known. They have two other names as well. Um, so one is Simchat Torah, which is a celebration of the Torah, and then we also have a celebration called Shemini Atzeret, which is a celebration of the rains that will come and make Israel and the world very fruitful. And but in Israel, at least, the last 2 days of Sukkot are combined. So we do have some different rules depending on where you are in the world. But yeah, really, we do limit some of our activities during those weeks.
So I'm curious. So that basically means on a cosmic level that the Jewish people are very observant of the cosmos, especially the spring and the fall equinox. Is that tied intimately close with roots in agriculture and back in the day when they were just kind of figuring out the world and they figured, okay, if we respect the cosmos on these days, then historically it seems that opportunities and harvest yields a little bit more abundantly, and that kind of led to the cultures and the rituals that you guys, or ceremonies rather, that you guys partake into today.
Absolutely. So generally, this may not be every Jew that you know, but this is generally for those of us who are Torah observant. We celebrate the new moon every month during a period that's known as Rosh Chodesh. There are some limitations that we have there. We read the Torah scroll at synagogue in the mornings, and so there's the observance of every time there's a new moon. Also, about halfway through the month, there is a prayer that we say outside, generally with the moon as our light. And the Jewish calendar is really based on the cosmos, but we use what's called a lunisolar calendar. So it's both. So our day starts at sundown, and then it ends 24 hours later. And that's why we gather and celebrate and our first prayers technically are at sundown, and that's why you may see Orthodox Jews on Friday evenings gathering at synagogue. So you may see us walking to synagogue on Friday evening when maybe some other religions get up in the morning. We do things in the morning as well. So it's known as chakras, which is our morning prayers where we meet in synagogue. And then what we'll do is meet again at midday, and then the day ends at sunset, um, and then starts up again at sunset for the next day. Our week starts after a period what we call Havdalah, which is after Shabbat, the 25 period from sundown of Friday to sundown plus an hour on Saturday. And then many places it's a 6 day work week, just depending. So our day starts on Sunday. These are determined by the moon. So, yes, and what you're referencing is absolutely correct. The moon plays a major part in when our months start, when we consider it to be a new month. But then again, we do respect the solar aspect of the year as well. Our new year begins in the fall with Rosh Hashanah, which is the new year, and that's our celebration of the new year. And that's based on the sun. So basically, the year is the time that it travels to go around the sun. We consider that, but then each new month is based on the moon. So it's what we call a lunisolar calendar.
Wow, wow, wow. Dang, man, I just lost what I wanted to say to you. So if I can't bring this back, I'm going to give it to Moni because I want to move on to my next topic, which is also still with you, Rabbi. Being Jewish, like, damn. Yeah, I just, man, that was no fun. But Moni, don't the Chinese also follow the moon gates and all that stuff? Because I feel like we're not so different after all, right? Everybody, not just the Chinese, not just the Jews, not just the Americans, but like, Moni, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I'm not really from like Asia, so I don't really know that part of the world, but I do know they do celebrate autumn, like autumn festival, and that's where the moon cake comes in. And I think like new season and new changes, and like hey, we're closer to the new year, the holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then New Year's. So we're like in the middle of the year passing. So I think that's what it's all about. Haven't made my way to Asia yet, but like in due time, like I will go and wanted to see like the culture differences because here in America, like everybody's from all over the world, so you can't really like tell. But when you're over there, you see your own like kinds of people, and have the do what they do, like celebrate culture. That's like wow, you're like really in that zone.
Yeah, but in the middle of LA, isn't there like places in Chinatown? Like, I know there's a big Koreatown, but aren't there places where there's big Chinese communities that tend to get really lively around that year?
Yeah, like in Chinatown, yeah, but like it's kind of dead. But like normal days, yeah, it's so dead. Like during the holidays, like Chinese New Year, Autumn Festival, yeah, it gets a little busy. But I think the majority of Chinese they're over in Monterey Park, Alhambra area, which is about 15 minutes away from downtown or Chinatown.
Gotcha. And we're not so different after all. And honestly, like my way into kind of Jewish lifestyle culture, I have to give it up to Adam Sandler. He's really what he's doing on stage for the Jewish people. It's educating. It's educating people who don't know what's going on a little bit about Jewish life and culture. And I've always looked from an outsider perspective because I'm not Jewish because I believe your mother has to be Jewish in order for you to be Jewish. So I can only look from the outside, and when I see life goes on, I mean, like there's in any kind of culture, there's the working class, there's the middle, there's the high, and like there's everything in between. But just the general image for me, at least, despite the politics and stuff like that, I try to look at a family level of things, and I just love it when like it's a house full of people and you know, you guys got the elders in the kitchen, and it's like, why don't you go eat some food? And it's like, I'm not hungry. It's like, what? And it's like, shit, and then someone else tries to get it. He said he's not hungry. And, you know, like, it's, oh my God, I just fucking love it. I just fucking love it. Thank you for being up here, Rabbi. I think I'll keep you up here to kind of engage and talk and stuff like that, because I think you can contribute to this conversation. I think you guys are just tuning in. Welcome. We are here to follow people at the bottom because we have already followed everybody up top already. So we are now stuck on growth, and we are willing to give you a follow back. But if you stick around, we're going to do a $10 giveaway. We are going to do play some music and maybe do some open speaker, or people just talk amongst each other and set this roof on fire. So with that being said, keep Rabbi here. I'm trying to keep a lot of people here. So let's do some real first timers. Barrett's Mod Nix. While he unmutes his mic, I'm going to do a quick chill so we can just get out of the way and just talk like people. Ian Bronson, I hope I said that right. He's a D3V holder supporter, heavy sleeve with Wear Equipped Hardware, Leo Longevity QA, Merge Day, Team TLR, co-founder of Real XR, like Turtles. Post and follower losing art. Go check out his YouTube channel. He is following 4.2, and he has a following of 1.3, which is a very healthy ratio. So I'm pretty sure he will follow back. Did you get your mic sorted out? I am doing my test 1 2 1 2 right now, and wanting to find out video start. Sounds good, bro. Hey, what's up, bro? Where are you? Hey, bro. I'm in Latvia, which is in the Baltics, which is literally bordering Russia. Latvia. Shout out to Latvia. We got a couple people in my community that's Latvian. Oh, that's so awesome, because I've met one other dude, but we guys are pretty scarce around here. As far as I can, for a while, for a few years. But cool, that's so awesome. In this space, legendary, uncommon, rare, legendary, mythical, all of those rarities. Wow. Oh my God, stop it, seriously. No, bro, this is not table tennis, compliment. Dude, I love the way you guys joked in with the just speaking from the top of my bottom. From the top of my bottom. Okay, please don't, no slight me. I hate to cause laughing if I haven't made anyone slightly mean with my jokes during a day. It's been a bad day, because I always want to make laugh as much as like silly laugh. Like, yeah. Tell me, bro, how long have you been listening? What page was about 2 hours at least, 2.5. So this is your first time? In this, I think so, but I see we follow each other, I followed you during this, you follow back, yeah, this is. Okay, yeah, so you heard about my giveaways, right? I did, those $10. And you heard about the future giveaways for the, the holiday specials? As well, yes, I consumed all of it. I'm so glad you got all that information, and I hope you're here to stay for the music after the giveaway. I hope you win the giveaway, actually. This is your first time. Thank you. I'm also a musician, by the way. I graduated long ago. I'm 34, so props to fellow musician there. Wow. Nice. Shit, what else do we want to say? There's a lot of by the way, bro, not some Chinese best bro comedian that we both love, and I've been following him since 2002, since Mad TV. Oh, Bobby Lee. Yeah, I've been his fan for a day. Okay, bro. Bro, if you like Bobby Lee, do you listen to Bad Friends? No. I mean, their podcast he has with Andrew everything at face value. And but once you go in, it's fun if you have thick skin, right? And they encourage you to poke back at them. So yeah, I think you're gonna like them. One more question. Why do we have the blue tick?
Yo, what up, Josh?
Honest answer, since the time is
Yo, are you the person who sent me a DM?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. So, is what I said, does it make sense? You know what to do?
Yeah, I literally know what to do.
Excellent, my man. Okay, so you create those social media accounts, you link them to your link tree, and then come back here and you send them to me, okay? Excellent. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions, Josh?
No.
Excellent. Well, welcome to my Discord. You're welcome here all the time. And if you ever need to get a hold of me, I'm here, okay?
Yeah, man. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, man.
But that is so important what you just said because I went through the same phase. I actually just got mine verified immediately after I found my password on October 30th, I think.
I'm here, big dog. I
gotta use the restroom. This account I found is my very first account from 2012. That was when the iOS application launched.
raises questions about the $500 million this re-election campaign has spent on lawyers. Campaign finally showed Malta's 2026 re-election committee paid $468,000 just 2 days before Malta announced he would not run for governor. His advisor didn't the money was to cover legal work related to the federal bribery investigation involving former local mayor Jake Powell and the wrong family. Malta has not been charged and has returned $155,000 in donations linked to the mall. His team has hired an outside firm to help pursue justice as they go forward. A man who was swinging a tire iron and damaged cars in Grenada was shot and killed by the police officer.
Since 2009, and still respond. You may have done it again so many beaches. I knew I should have gotten it. I just wanted to see real people how they treat normal, normies, just liquids. Yeah. And you know what? Now that you know, this is your sign, this is your thing, because I think God brought us together to give you this message. And I hope you'll stick around because you're already welcome in this space without the blue tick. So I hope you stick around for the giveaway because you're one of those like new listeners. And I want to make sure that you're there when I pick someone up from the bottom. But I hope after the space you will immediately go get a blue tick, okay, and maintain it. Don't just get it for 1 month. Like get it for as long as you're willing to play this game. If you get bored of this game and GTA 6 comes out next year, because hey, I might quit all of this when GTA 6 comes out. You know why? I'm not in it for the money, guys. I'm in it for the fun. And if GTA 6 comes out and a new RP server development pops up overnight on 5M, bro, I'm on it like fly on shit. Okay? Trust me. Just please show me support, and you guys might win me over when GTA 6 comes around, because, time's a ticking. Time's a ticking, right? But I guess what else? That Auto, which was like the first multiplayer mod for GTA 3 in Vice City, like, it was called Multi-Depth Auto, where they literally made it multiplayer compatible completely. Yes, that's the mod. That's the mod I'm talking about. It is now blown up to a standalone framework called 5M. Oh wow! Yeah, it's called. Okay, so at first it was called like multi-A or multi-depth auto. Yeah, and then it evolved into Citizens FX. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, when the mod started getting, when the two developers from Russia started to get big money, the Russian, by the way, when they started to make big money, that's when they changed the name to Citizens FX, and then they made even more money, and then went over to, they then decided to go standalone, and then that's when they decided to call it 5M, right, which is, I guess, like GTA 5 multiplayer, right? So now they have Red M, which is for Red Dead Redemption, that does roleplay servers and multiplayers, custom multiplayers. What else? 5M, and oh yeah, and then 5M got bought out by Rockstar recently. Yeah, there's a lot of lore. I don't want to waste everyone's time on that's not interested, but there's a lot of lore and drama that happened behind the scenes, because once Rockstar bought it, they banned all mods, and then that freaked out the fans, and then the fans directly went to Steam to thumb down the game, and to this day, I think it's still mixed reviews, when for the last 10 years of the game was very positive in the green in terms of percentage. So influence matter, guys, and I think that's why we got something special here, bro. Yes, exactly. The mod thingy they did was one of the biggest arrows in the league for themselves I've ever seen. Bro, you play Skyrim? Of course, brother. Bro, I cannot stop buying Skyrim on different platforms. I don't know why. I cannot stop buying Skyrim on different I don't know why. I hate it. So man, it feels like Callan saw the man scope and Chipotle bit and was like, oh. Yeah, he is doing a little bit of Venezuela voice there. Wait, aren't you a big rich? Yeah, still. I'm gonna spice my snack. No, you're right. That is absolutely. You show him respect by not laughing. Yeah, that's more respectful than what we have. We laughed a good amount when we ride the horse. Oh yeah, we'll do that. But then also have jokes. Like ride the horse for however long you want to in the beginning, but then write jokes. Don't talk about men. Yeah. No, all of this is fascinating. I'm having so many thoughts right now that I'm forgetting that may be partially graves. But I just keep hitting me that like I gotta stop. Oh my god. What is it? Who thinks of people are laughing because they waited months to get into this shitty club and spend money on the drinks. Now they're stuck listening to this old man describing Instagram videos. Oh, is that what he's doing? Oh no, he did that earlier. Now he's just fantasizing. The kind of forest is so vascular it looks like a cluster of angry horse dicks. Like just.
Who owns the property? The Avodah. So the clerks of the Avodah are very sneaky in this way. This was the way that they appropriated the assets of rich people. Okay, incredible. However, how do you other but then it shouldn't say the people who serve will kiss the calves. Rather, it should say the calves will kiss the people who will offer themselves up. Rather, that's what the in worship of the highest level of worship was to offer up one's child. If you be willing to offer up your child to the Avodah, that was like Kodesh Kadosh. But that ultimately again showed that you were really committed to the Avodah. So if you were willing to offer up your child, so the priest of the Avodah would say to you, come, you can now come and kiss the idol. It's such a rough sense of things. I'm not even about the answer about what's going to end up with this piece, but the Gemara ends up by talking about the different types of Avodah Zarah. So you must already come around. The answer Baba also as Sukkos Benos. Yeah, Avodah Zarah was called Sukkos Benos, or Sukkos Benos. Remind you, what was it? Tanagola, it's a chicken. What was a chicken? That was Avodah Zarah. The Anshe Kus, also as Nargal. What was Nargal? Mind you? To go, Mr. Okay, but Anshe Chamas, also as Ashima. So Anshe Chamas, they worship Ashima. What was Ashima? And my new Baruch HaKacha, a goat. A goat. The Odin also as not from the Tarkes, what they worship, my new Keles V'Chamer, a dog and a donkey. Okay, the Hasafrodim, such a destiny, that's what I'm saying, La'adanela, Va'anela. And the Safrodim, they would burn their children, they would offer up their children as sacrifices to Adamelech and Anmelech. Who's Adamelech and Anmelech, and what is that? So, Elohei, Safrodim, reminding you, HaPered V'Hasus. So this refers to the donkey or the mule and the horse. Adamelech, so we'll say, by the way, so ultimately again, why is the donkey called Adamelech? The other because it ingratiates itself to its master because it carries stuff. The Anmelech, what's Anmelech? The Ani Leilamale, the Kirba. Ultimately, again, that it's helpful to its master. Ultimately, again, the Kirba, because ultimately it goes ahead and carries it. Incredible. Yeah, if you go back to the Adonai Malek, Mahadas Adonai in the Chabdo, Shemash Bichalamaso, Shayotzat Bichalamaso, Adonai Mahadas Malvo Klomas Adonai. Of course, it's interesting enough, a donkey ingratiates itself ultimately again to its master, Adamelech, right? Why? Because it carries, and Anmelech, the unirregular mare, it answers the call of its master, ultimately again because it carries the master. Akiskia, Melech Yehuda, Bikish Aviv Lasos Locain. So let's remember again, we learned about Kiskia and Melech not so long ago.
So yeah, I just started doing my stuff, my things. I tried to take care of the build-up business, but at the end of the day, thank God I have a sister and I have a straight mom that told me, you can handle this. I have to do a lot of things that I'm really capable of. And having your mind that you can do something, go after it, bro, because
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, please, can I get the question again? I was talking.
Okay. Let's make it this way. You are in your family probably is into a business or a work that they want you after growing up to be part of it, and probably you are not into it. You wanted to do something separate. What will you do?
That's a very tricky one. If I'm not into it, I wouldn't do it. Because firstly, it's not something I love. So life was not something that I don't like. And eventually to actually bring the business down because I would kind of like use my frustration with it because I feel okay, they are forcing me to do that. And if I did to what they want me to do without speaking it for myself, the business will never go down because one thing is you drive business with passion. So if I don't have passion to do that, I won't be able to drive it the way they did it to crash. So I would take how do they say it? There's this thing that they call I don't know, I've forgotten how to put it, but let me say passion without passion. I would take that. I prefer that passion without passion. I cannot master what I don't even like at all. So it's enough for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good and clear. Thank you so much. Analyst, you have something about it to say?
Okay, so basically, it is actually my great business, and I'm someone that's actually seeking in high regard. And I know that this business is what they've actually used to like train me up from small. And I know that okay, I don't have passion for this particular business, fine, but I'll still pursue my dreams because I'll still like to like maybe help them just show that this I still appreciate them and maybe just one or two try to like contribute to like little effort because basically it's not now me thinking about myself alone. I'm just feeling that just appreciation, just appreciating them through my little effort that we do. You know that yes, this person knows what this person knows that they there for and everything. But alongside I was still pursue my passion. So my passion is basically if I'm trying to like do what I want, I know I will build something great out of this. But still I'll still think about them because they've actually done a lot for me with their business. So I wouldn't want to like just discard what they want, discard their thoughts and their feelings and physically what they need from me. So it's just me being able to like balance the two. That's just it, just balancing the two. And I'll know how to do it well. So that's what I'm saying.
Thank you, ladies. You want to balance everything. Balance that. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm very sorry, my bad. I have my boss here, the biggest, guy. I have not seen you, please. Sorry about that. And you're already on the mic. So, sir, how have you been and how is your day today?